There it is. All right. I think everything's in order. Oh, fuck, I need my water. Stream. All right. Let's see how many people show in without notice. Oh shit, hi. Who is that? Ahmed. I think so. What's up, man? And also, thank you. I appreciate that. It's already been 7 fucking months. I can't fucking believe that shit. 7 months. And I still have yet to do a fucking production stream. Ugh. I need to do that. Yeah, my fucking coworker told me he saw it. And, an amazing content creator. Well, I think content creator is a little... I think that's a little generous, don't you think? I am working on a short video just for myself, but I keep putting it off. It's almost done too. I should just fucking finish it. But hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. As far as what I'm doing, I do have work in the morning. I'm just kind of winding down now. So we'll see how long this stream goes. Probably not very. Oh wait, I need to fucking pay my forma. There we go. But yeah, I'm happy you liked it, man. It took a lot of fucking work, and I haven't even started anything on the next one, and it's already been 7 fucking months. Dear God. Oh God, help me. Is there really no like disruption or anything like? Damn it. Excuse me. I mean, I guess there's a fucking survival, but we could run survival for a little bit. Why not? I'm not really after anything in particular. Filmmaker or anything similar. Damn, what a fucking compliment. What a fucking compliment. Yeah, it's that kind of night. First off, let me, I have thought about it. I don't know how in the world I'd go about doing it, because, yeah, that's, I guess, yeah, for one, thank you for the wonderful fucking compliment, because I guess that is kind of a film, isn't it? I have thought about it. I just have no idea how I'd go about doing it. Let's turn this down a little bit. Actually, should I? Yeah, it's fine. There we go. Now we're cooking. I've certainly thought, like, it's always in the back of my mind to like try learning Blender or something like that, but like that is a massive fucking undertaking. I don't have access to nice cameras. I guess if I was to do any filmmaking, it would have to be like on a YouTube channel, right? And just kind of go above and beyond for production's sake. But it's interesting because I don't really watch movies. Actually, I watched one movie for like the first time in forever this weekend, and I went and saw Iron Lung. Actually, a line producer for film sets. Damn! Okay, so I'm not just hearing it from anyone, I'm hearing it from the horse's mouth. Fuck, man. That's... You just qualified your entire compliment. Thanks, dude. That's incredibly meaningful. Yeah, I've thought about it, but I'm a machinist right now. Maybe someday, you know? That'd be a really cool thing to try. But there's like budgeting and time and shit. But then again, I don't like... I often find I like get caught up in my head about like, oh, but I want to follow a passion, follow an artistic passion. I've let my artistic skills kind of slip a little bit, and I'm trying to get back into it. Oh wait, I brought the dark sword. That's my problem. I just kind of went in here and didn't have anything on me. There we go. Much better. I do want to make more creative stuff at some point, you know? I need to get my... I need to prioritize a few of the things. I want to make an essay on my hero video? Fucking don't let me stop you. Just, you know, give credit. And, I'd be fucking honored. That would be a massive compliment. I mean, you've already complimented me enough, as it is. It's funny you show up now, because, like, this is the one time I don't put any effort into, like, a fucking thumbnail or anything like that, which really is... Who knows how much that's really doing for me, but... Yeah, I just decided to kick it on, and here you are. I'm happy I did. This is the longest 5 minutes of my fucking life. Actually, at this point, maybe we have a different role. Because I think this fish already expired. But yeah, if you made an essay in my hero video, that would be magnificent. If you want my input, you can look on my YouTube page. I have different ways to contact me if you need my input or just want me to say anything to you, or for the sake of the video, I'd be happy to. Hey, sci-fi. As it usually goes, harrowing is nigh. I mean, you say nigh, but nigh implies that it's approaching. I mean, I'm here. And I don't fucking have a setup. Just brought some weapons. But as it usually goes, I usually appear in other people's work more than my own, which I need to be better about shit. You get home from work and you're all out of energy. I should just start making habits. Or be better about making habits and sticking to them. If I made a habit of like just putting on a project every night, just chipping away at something, it'd be smart. Basically, you the last 2 weeks, well, I know you're a hardworking man. As am I. I am really itching for this 5 minutes to end. Let's get my deadhead stacks back up, shall we? There we go. Goodbye. Quick question. Why did you choose a video to do the video that way? Because no one else did. I really like Hero. Listening to music before the project started kind of brought the image to my mind, and I realized that Warframe content ain't that great. It's not that good. I knew that if I tried... Well, okay, so my original couple videos before that, I had already established that I was willing to put in some extra effort for my videos. Willing to do more capture, spend more time in missions, actually deliberate and talk about shit. And, it seems like that attitude has paid off really well, because other people started doing that. I don't want to say I've claimed, or that I'm solely responsible for, like, the Bible-type video, but I do like to think that I played a part in popularizing it. But as far as why go that far, it's just mainly because Hero deserved it. That's directing? Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of that. It's just like continuing to direct. I don't know what or how. But man, it would be cool if I had all the time in the world, you know. I am only 26. I feel old, but I'm really not. So there's plenty of time, you know. Things have changed so much this year already. And it's only February. Hey, Bagel. Appreciate that, Bagel. Thank you. It's your type of videos that got you to mine. And that's a bigger compliment than most, you know. Seeing my format, quote unquote, again, I don't want to say it's directly mine, but the one that I helped create. Like, Moog made his Whiffs video. He got me in it. Sci-Fi had me in his. I'm voice acting more often now. I guess people like my voice. Which is funny, because before this whole YouTube thing, I'd never really heard anything about my voice. Do we have anything better? Fucking goddamn it. Hey, Vess. I feel like listening. You're a storyteller better than most. Don't stop creating. I don't want to. It's up to me. I don't want to. Made me happy for a week. Are you aware that I've uploaded the intro and the cinematic separately? Most people aren't. They're up though. If you look at my channel, they're just right there. And yeah, thank you. That video took for fucking ever. You know what? Let's just do a little bit of disruption. Disruption didn't hurt nobody. Hurt a few people. I'm hearing people have an emotional reaction to a Warframe video is already kind of fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Right? It's already kind of nuts. A Warframe video? Isn't that like, yeah, it was like a year and a half. It was too long. Of course, depression and shit got in the way. And if I was more functional, maybe it could have come out sooner, but a lot of work into that. And I'm not the most efficient editor, despite all the time I've spent learning how to edit. And now I need to prove how talented you are. You mustn't compliment me too much. I don't know how to handle it. Thank you. I'm very modest. Thank you. One part of me is like, oh, I wish I got more compliments. I get more compliments, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking handle this shit. Thank you. Coming from a line producer, especially, that, again, as I said, that is a compliment worth more than most. So thank you for saying that.
Demo units looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
Yeah, so why did I do it? Harrow fucking deserved it. And I knew that DE wasn't capable of telling his story the way that I thought they should. Now, that's not me completely ragging on them, because they did write Rel's story. Rel's story has a lot of... I don't want a continuation. I want more exploration of what Rel is and who he was. There's plenty of gaps in there to tell about. And no, I don't care about fucking Leon. I fucking hate his design. I don't like a lot of what Warframe DE does right now with their characters. I understand why they do it. I'm just not a fan. Proud of what you did. Personal real filmmaking experience. Most people can't do half the shit you did. Thank you. I'm still rationalizing the fact that I made something quote-unquote extraordinary. Because I'm just me, you know? I'm just me. I'm just a guy. If you looked me, if you asked me, his character kind of surprised you. I know it's probably not as bad as I think, but I just don't give a damn. What was I saying? You could, if you asked me, do you think anyone could do what I did? And I'd look at you dead in the eye and say, yeah, probably. If they wanted to. The only reason I was able to is because I wanted to. I'm not special beyond that. I mean, if you ask me, right? But there's me being my own worst enemy as usual. I'm working on that.
That thing bows and you can kiss the conduit goodbye.
I'm working on it. Probably turn. There we go. I know Leon wasn't excuse me, wasn't as bad as I immediately wrote him off to be. I know that, and I'm willing to concede that. I've committed to this hatred, so I have to stick with it. Otherwise, I'm a hypocrite. That, or I'm just not stubborn. I've got to be stubborn about it now. I'm kind of joking. Still, I think the way that DE handled Leon is antithetical to Harrow's design, which is Catholicism, by the way. He shouldn't be dateable. He shouldn't be showing his waist. It's, I think, if you ask me, disrespectful. I'm not Catholic, by the way. You just... It's okay to admit you're wrong. I don't think I am sci-fi. That's the thing. I can disagree with you, and I will disagree with you on that. I don't think I'm wrong. I think my opinion is very well founded. If you like him, that's fine. Also, hi star. If you like him, that's fine. I'm not going to rag you for it. I understand that he's written better, but I have chosen that I've decided one way or another that the way that they wrote Leon probably wouldn't be to my liking. Also, I was invested in Harrow and got tied to his character well before it. Like, literally, I released a video and TennoCon happens. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm not saying you're saying that. Don't misunderstand. There we go. Hold still. Yeah, I'm not saying you're saying that. But yeah, I was invested in Harrow before TennoCon. I released it, TennoCon happens. Oh, hey, look, Harrow Protoframe. I fucking crashed out. You can ask my friends. I was not happy. I was not happy in the slightest. And, I will continue to ignore Leon. Could have been more mature about Leon's personality. The thing is, like, it's like the people who are making Warframe right now, they're not the people who made the Warframe that I started playing. If from gameplay perspective, Warframe is a better game, just objectively, than it used to be. But the attitude, I've talked about this a lot. The attitude, I mean, I was playing in 2014. So I played a very different game. And the attitude that was lost. I'm not saying, again, not saying the game was better, but the attitude was more mature. It was less silly, goofy, you know, whimsy. I'm okay with whimsy, but when it's all whimsy for this long, it loses its substance. And I've had people tell me, sorry, I sound like I'm crying. I just inhaled a lot of steam. I've had people tell me that, like, I'm toxic, for my opinion, which is fucking hilarious. No, I'm just very critical. If I could, Ahmed, I would take a version of Warframe, cut it, and fit it to my own aesthetic, which, as it is right now, might be a little too edgy, but I would fucking dial it back a bit. Just for fun. Indifference. Tau seems fine. The way that they showed the indifference in Whispers in the Wall was fucking incredible. They did a really good job building up this literal, like, inconceivable horror. They did a great job building it up, and then in the next quest, 1999, it talks to you. Like, what? It shouldn't fucking speak. It shouldn't have motives that are in our... I'm not saying I could have written it better, because there's no fucking way I could ever. However, I don't need to be able to write or compete in the writing to have a say on, like... I think that's shit. I think it's kind of shit. I'm not saying that the writing job would be easy. As a matter of fact, it was very difficult to do. But they managed to keep it up for a pretty good amount of time for a while, right? Like, a number of years. Also, what happened to my music? Oh. You guys can't hear, because I don't feel like putting it down. They did a really good job on selling this idea of the Man in the Wall before 1999, and then in 1999 it just fucking fell apart. And now as much as I want to care, I just don't fucking give a shit. And I've largely stopped giving a shit about I've largely stopped giving a shit about Warframe's, like, storyline. It has so little weight to me now. One mistake. Hold on, I see your message there. One mistake they made. Fucking eternalism. What a load of fucking bullshit. I understand it's like, oh, it's not multiple realities, it's the collapsing of all realities. There, time travel and realities, we're not, I'm sorry. Is this like the fucking Marvel plague? We don't need this shit. We could have had more without this. You know, like you just messed your whole story up. Like now nothing has consequence. I see it as the indifference being corrupted by humanity, which is why it's doing more human things. That's fine. Like that's not a bad take. But fucking why are we having a, like, the only influence we have on it is like visual, right? Like I can't even like refute that. It's not a bad point. But why are we influencing this thing? It should be influencing us. Isn't it supposed to be all powerful? Also, I'm really just playing awfully right now. I'm sorry, chat. I'm very tired. I know you don't like the criticism very much, sci-fi, but if you don't like it, you might want to sit this one out. But yeah, if I could, I would want to understand what it's trying to corrupt. I don't know why I would want to, but again, it's not a bad counter, as I'm not really thinking about it right now. I don't know. It's not the direction I would have wanted to go. It should have remained inconceivable. It should have remained completely isolated and alien to us, in my opinion. It's a god. It's supposed to be a false god. What influence should we have on it? It's not, again, not a bad position to have, but it just doesn't fucking feel right for the indifference. Also, like, if it's indifferent, like, I don't know. Even after all this, I just don't fucking care. Like, it's really sad. So what I wish I could do is make my own little version of the Warframe story. Like, either dilute, cut the fat, get rid of a whole ton of the bullshit, retell it, focus on certain things. Because there's a lot of bullshit now that we would have been better off without, in my opinion. And I'm not a writer. But then again, you don't need to be a writer or a movie maker to criticize what's in front of you. Has it been like total mishandling? No, it hasn't. But it's been a lot of misses, in my opinion. Build of a Naruto villain. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, kinda. That's a really good way to put it. It kinda does, doesn't it? Alright, let's get some fucking energy back. Let me lock in a little bit. There we go. What is Naruto? That's rage bait right there. Naruto is the class act in building up big bads and then having them be very disappointing. OG sorry, by the way, OG Naruto, not Shippuden. No, actually, what is it? All right, that's enough out of you. If you don't know what Naruto is, you've been in a coma for like the last 20 years. You know, all right, we're not gonna qualify that anymore. OG Naruto kind of fucking ripped. It kind of fucking rocked. I know there's like good bits and pieces in Shippuden. There always is, right? There's a reason it has a fandom. But OG Naruto, like, it was kind of it. You know what? Naruto is a really great allegory for Warframe. It got really big. The scope was huge. I'm autistic. It's an anime, motherfucker. It's the anime. Go look it up. It was fucking grounded. You want to know what else was grounded? Early Warframe. Early Warframe was grounded. I miss that grounding. When the scope is too big, you keep building up big bads, you keep putting them down. Yeah, no, you fucking nailed it, dude. It's a perfect analogy. Warframe is just Naruto now. That's all it is now. And I fucking lament that, because I've always loved this video game. But the longer you spend with it, the less recognizable it becomes. But like the root is still there, you know, like it has the same, like the same face, right? It's that old person you used to know, and you know they're in there somewhere, but they just keep getting different, and they just keep growing, but like not in the way that's beneficial. An orange guy in a jumpsuit. I'll be honest, Sci-Fi, this isn't a stream where we explain what Naruto is to you. It's a cultural phenomenon. It's the anime. It's like Bleach and fucking Dragon Ball level. Like, if you don't know what anime is, you at least know what Naruto is. The fact that you don't know what it is, it's fucking incredible. I had loading error. Are you gonna be an annoying little shit today? Or are you gonna be reasonable? What's Bleach? Alright, that's enough. No more talking about anime. Like, the fucking, quote-unquote, normie classics. These are the normie classic animes. Sci-Fi. Also, you don't want me explaining what anime is to you, because I hardly ever watch, if ever. The last anime I watched was fucking Evangelion. But yeah, the fucking Naruto analogy is a really good one for Warframe. Naruto is arguably just as, if not more popular than Evangelion. So if you don't know what that is, that's on you. Yeah, Warframe is just Naruto now. You'll watch, but no one's in danger. You know nothing's gonna happen. Because if anything happens, the shareholders get mad. It already peaked? Yeah. Everyone, like, it's already peaked in like 30 different ways. Warframe has these wonderful isolated stories. The Zeraman, fucking Rel, dear God. I always have, like, Teshin. Teshin's a great character. You'd love to hear more about Teshin. They have these really great isolated stories. All the Prime entries, like the old Prime entries from, like, Rhino Prime, Ember Prime, those are great narrative entries. They're written so well. There was so much mystery and shit. And it was better when we didn't have all the answers, and it was better when the characters didn't fucking talk. Okay, so I could go on a huge rant about, if you look at the old Warframe trailers, there is a language to their movement. The Tenno moved in a way that was, like, it told you without telling you that these guys are fucking professional. Like, in the open beta trailer, you have Excalibur, Loki, Mag, and Rhino fighting Krill, right? You'll notice that they conserve their energy magnificently. When they move, they throw themselves, they throw their arm, they throw their movement, and they allow the momentum to carry them until they need to expend the energy to follow through with the attack. So it's like they're floating through their movement and not spending any energy. It's actually fucking incredible. They look like they don't look like they are gods. They look like they're fucking pros, right? And one of those is more compelling than the other. I don't care if you can win if you're a god. I care if you can win. I can care. Okay. I don't care if you can win when you're a god. I care when you can win as a professional with faults, by the way. Faults. We have so many Warframes that do everything perfectly now. And that is a problem. It's a massive fucking problem. Because, God forbid, DE wants to release a Warframe that can specialize in something and maybe doesn't do everything perfectly. They're like animals, not like they're the opposite. They're completely and totally composed. But yeah, they have a natural movement to them. What was I fucking saying? Yeah, God forbid DE wants to release a fucking Warframe that doesn't do everything at an S tier level, because now that Warframe's fucking trash, garbage, in the eyes of the larger community. And what a fucking shame that is. But there's no one to blame except Digital Extremes themselves. They have released character after character that is just over fucking built. You guys ever notice that like Kalervo or Varuna, and like you run them in a fucking star chart mission? It's fucking, it doesn't fucking matter. There's no point. It's completely invalidated. All the new frames are balanced around Steel Path now. So, the cost of this, both in gameplay and in terms of narrative, is that nothing fucking matters. Holding my breath for Folly. I'm gonna crash out about Folly real quick. She looks ugly as sin. I fucking hate her design. Holy shit. And I'm not... now, Limbo. Hi, Limbo. Sci-Fi, I know you might be thinking, oh, this sounds like Nev. No, this is an entirely organic opinion. Folly is fucking hideous. Fucking disgusting. Looks nothing like a Warframe. You look at Warframe's design language, you look at their fucking guide for what Tenogen, like if you've ever looked at their Tenogen guide, they have rules. They have rules for what things should look like. Folly follows none of it. None of it. She looks fucking hideous. And I have some very, very choice words. Very choice words that are far more personal to whoever designed her or allowed her to go into the game. I will not say them here, but holy shit, her design enrages me. It's hideous, ugly as sin, fucking disgusting. You look at the silhouette, it's messy and like nebulous and globule. It's not a Warframe. Where's the performance? And also, the other reason I have such a momentous hatred for Folly is because when they were making Zaku, when they were about to release Zaku, there was this... Zaku was a community voted frame, right? The broken frame, because haha, funny broken game, huh? Let's make the broken Warframe. Okay, cool, we got Zaku. You want to know what one of the other options was? One of the other options was a calligraphy Warframe. And I have always wanted that. Ever since hearing about that. A calligraphy Warframe? Like brush and ink? That could be fucking stellar. What a great idea. What a great concept. This is the closest I'm gonna get, is fucking Folly. Fat bitch. That's... Okay, no, we're on strain. I gotta be careful. Holy shit, I hate Folly. Genuine fucking rage and hatred beyond anything that is reasonable to feel in a situation like this. I hate her. She is hideous, ugly, and disgusting. Why you turn into Am? Because that's the level of hatred I have for fucking Folly. I do need to do it. Never really got to you. Sci-Fi, I told you... Okay, listen to me. I told you, Sci-Fi. My opinion has nothing to do with Nev. I saw Foley, and I decided immediately that it was fucking hideous. Do not, under any circumstance, devolve my opinion to being inherited meaninglessly from him. That's an insult. I decided this based on my own standards. Also, hi, just use. Whatever floats your boat. Do not, under any circumstance, demote my thought to being replicated from anyone else. It happens. Everyone does it. But in this case, let me tell you, it is pure and organic. Not informed by any other. All right? I decided, and all it took was like a half a second glance to be completely and totally disappointed. You can demote my opinion in your brain, whatever you want. But take note, that's not what this is. And you would do well to respect that. Also, hello, Deftones. Is this gonna be a lore excuse? It's just like, I just fucking hate it, man. We've lost the plot. We've fucking lost the plot. Foley is another Warframe to be released as a Warframe. She will be used for a bit and then used very little on the masses, I assume. That is my prediction. I'm crashing out about Foley and how miserable her visual design is. Holy shit. And by the way, this has nothing to do with her kid. I don't know anything about how she plays, and I could give a damn. I could give a hot shit. Visually, I just don't want her on my fucking screen. Where do I want to go? Fucking Deimos. My hatred, that's a really good point, loading error. My hatred is informed by my vast love. And yeah, Painted World, fucking Dark Souls, I get it. It does sound cool, but at this point, like, Painted World, how many side things do we need? We don't need another side thing. And you can be interested, and like your opinion on Foley has no bearing on me. I don't care, to be fair. Like, Expedition 33, that's also fair. My opinion is purely that she looks hideous. And I was teased, like, oh, you just don't like her because she's fat and she's a woman. No. That's not it. I hate her because she is visually horrendous. Where's the design language? We had rules. I'm a believer in a level of objective beauty with an asterisk on it. I think beauty is vast and subjective, but I do think there are things that are hideous, and she's on that fucking list. You've heard me say it before, if you've known me for a while. I can appreciate and I've respected Digital Extreme's ability to do weird shit. I have said that a lot, because doing weird shit is interesting and neat. But she's beyond weird. She's gross. Anyway, I'm gonna stop crashing out about Foley. I fucking hate her. Sorry. If you like Foley, fucking go for it. I think she's fucking horrendous. A complete failure of visual design. Nothing about her looks Warframe at all. She doesn't look like a fucking Warframe. And if you want to fucking devolve my opinion to toxic or limited, fucking go for it. You're wrong, though. What is it? Loading error. And while he types that out, I don't know if I finished the thought. This severe hatred is only built on the pillar of love that I have for this game, that I've had for this game. I've invested so many years into this game. I love it more than most people. Love it more than most of you if I dare so far as to say it. Is the new Ureli? I don't know. Ureli's fucking. I don't think Ureli exists. I know not everyone likes to hear the criticism, but someone has to fucking say it. I'll say it. She looks fucking sick. In the bad way. by the way. Yeah, I don't think Urelli exists. To me, there are. Okay. Before I go on this note, the immediate counterpoint is, oh, you're only talking about the frames you like. Yeah. I think there are Warframes with themes that don't fit in the world of Warframe, by the way. It's a grimdark fantasy. It's a grimdark sci-fi. It's supposed to be sci-fi. Not you sci-fi. It's supposed to be a science fiction world. We've wrapped all the way back around to fantasy ever since Duviri and before that. And like, I get it. It's high sci-fi. There's a lot. It's magic. It's magic. But when I started, it was fucking sci-fi. It was science fiction. But I've had to be gaslit into being okay with getting away from that. And in my opinion, a world where Excalibur Umbra and his tragedy exist, and Rel, Harrow, and the fucking Zeramin, and all these horrific things. Urelli is an insult. And Foley is an insult. And fucking Mushroom Boy, Noko's an insult. Yeah, let's make an idle animation where they link arms and they dance around in a circle. What is this shit? My ex is non-binary. I showed that to them. And they said gay, derogatory. Channeling the Void is cool. Channeling the Void doesn't fucking mean anything anymore. Sci-fi, that's the problem. Channeling the Void, the fuck does that mean? Same thing as the Warp, except the Warp somehow in fucking 40K has more substantial meaning, and so like, okay, this is an emotionally charged argument. All right, I don't know much about 40K, but the Void, like the Void seems more open-ended than the Warp somehow. You need some happiness in the darkness? Yeah, it's fucking Harrow in my Harrow video. And you should not assume that I'm miserable all the time, because I'm talking incredibly critically of a few things in Warframe. If you think I'm miserable because of all that, you need to fucking get your head checked. The Void is a concept. The Void, just like fucking Eternalism, is a writing plot device. It's a plot device. And that's fine, but until you, like, fucking nanomachines, dude. How do we explain this? Fucking Void, fucking Warp, fucking nanomachines. You don't explain it. You tell the audience to fucking deal with the bullshit. Deal with the bullshit writing. No, I just think you're overreacting. You think that, sci-fi, but I'm not. For the amount of investment and love that I have for this game, trust me, this is not overreacting. If you want to devolve my opinion to, oh, he's just overreacting, you're going to be sorely mistaken when I continue to have this opinion and I don't fucking settle down and I remain upset at the mishandling of this fucking Warframe video game. And see, that's why I mentioned emotionally charged argument, because I don't fucking know. But given what I've seen, it stayed in its fucking lane, which shows how much I know about 40K, which is not much. So you have a point there. But, like, it's not, like, Warframe's not grounded anymore, and I lament to that. I fucking hate it. I miss those days. I go back and I watch the old trailers, and I weep. I mourn. I mourn for what has been lost. Like, I get it. If you have a video game for 13 years, you're going to lose the scope a bit. I get it. Fucking Call of Duty Season 1 versus Season 10. I get it. Video game, it happens. But the fact that that's a reality doesn't have to counter or invalidate my real and genuine sadness. Oh, he's just overreacting. No, sci-fi. I'm sad. I'm really sad. I think many things have been mishandled. Many important things have been mishandled. many, many important things. Is it over? Do I hate Warframe? Fuck no. I love it more than most of you. I've stood the test of time, my brothers and sisters. I have played this video game for 12 to 13 fucking years. I don't want to hear a single one of you say, oh, he's just overreacting. Oh, he just hates Warframe. Motherfucker, you have no idea. Times when you got to move on from what already exists. Why, though? Well, yeah, I can't fucking change it, but I will voice my opinion. Oh, just accept it. Well, no, actually. I'm gonna make my dissatisfaction known very well. My opinion matters just as much as anyone else's. I shouldn't have to shut up because my opinion's unpopular. How dare you, actually? Sajin, be quiet and get over it. Fucking no. We're standing on the line of integrity, by the way. But recognize it. Oh, trust me, Sci-Fi. I'm so upset because there's nothing I can do about it. If you don't like to hear me, Sci-Fi, if you don't like to hear me talk about it, you don't have to listen. You know that, right? I will speak. I will continue to say this. My points are just as valid as anyone else's. I'm not misinformed. I'm not uneducated. I'm not unreasonable. My points are exceedingly reasonable. When you realize what I'm comparing it to. I'm comparing this game to what it used to be. I masked up. We don't know what it will consist of. You're right. I have no idea what it will consist of, but the problem is it doesn't really fucking matter anymore. At least to me. Like I said, Warframe lost me years ago, narratively. Like, sure, there are like little bits and things like, oh, that's cool, that's neat. But like, when D.E. Rebecca, like on a fucking dev short, she's like, oh yeah, we're gonna start going in a darker direction. I don't think her dark direction matches what my dark direction would be, what my preferred dark direction is. Now, I get it. I'm an edgy son of a bitch. I get it. I recognize that. I know that. I know I'm an edgy motherfucker. That being said, that doesn't mean everything I like has to be... I don't need every day. I don't need guts from Berserk to suffer the eclipse every day. The eclipse is an important point in his life. It's miserable. I'm not saying it has to be doom and gloom all the time. But I don't think they can write that shit. Even if they wanted to, I don't think they can, given the audience they have built. I don't think they can. This game was a mature game. They don't treat it like one. They treat it like they treat it like it's rated for teens. But there's too many outside investors now. There's too many people who are not part of DE who are interested in the well-being of this video game. So there are things that they can and cannot do. I don't think they can go as dark and gritty within a respectable amount, by the way. Within a respectable amount. Again, it doesn't have to be fucking Eclipse from Berserk. It doesn't. I wouldn't say it's lost the plot. You can say that, Sci-Fi. I'm here to vehemently disagree with you. I believe Warframe has entirely lost the plot. Again, I'm not hating for the sake of hate. I'm hating and I'm criticizing more than anything. Let's get that squared away. I'm criticizing. In a world where a world can be whatever people want it to be, sure. But good worlds have rules and limits. There is only so much open to interpretation that you can allow a good story to have. In my opinion, the more open, like,
there is a sweet spot to having open-ended shit. There is also bloat. Warframe has bloat. A lot of it. You don't write a fucking masterpiece and like, oh, it's up to you. Only some things of it, only parts of it are up to you. You don't get to take the pen and rewrite the whole book, because then it doesn't fucking mean anything. That's the problem. What do you want? Okay, so what do you want? Do you want a world where anything can be the way you want it to be? Where you can interpret the world exactly how you want, no matter what? Or do you want a cohesive narrative? You can't really have both. You can toe a thin line, a very thin line. You can't have both extremes. How do you feel about the Jade story? I think the Jade story was beautiful. I think it was lovely. I don't like the fact that Jade is pregnant as you play her. That just doesn't work out well for me. Turns out, guys, I'm a young adult male who likes young adult male things. I'm not super huge on playing a pregnant Warframe. Yeah, see, sci-fi, they do that. There are things that are open-ended, right? But it's not all open-ended. And for them, like, comparing it to a Souls game is like fucking crazy, because the philosophy is entirely different. Souls games are open-ended because they don't fucking tell you anything. But there are things that have answers and things that do not. Warframe can't really stand in that bracket. You can't really compare Warframe story with any Dark Souls story. It just doesn't really work. It just doesn't really work. So the problem is, in a world where we have all this shit, what's the consequence? If you introduce eternalism, if you introduce eternalism, the consequence is things matter less. If you make every Warframe a walking demigod, the consequence is their victories matter less. And yes, I think Jade's, like Stalker and Jade, it was a beautiful fucking quest. Gorgeous. They handled Stalker very well. They handled Jade very well. I don't like the fact that you play Jade as a pregnant mother. That's weird to me. I find that kind of odd and disturbing, if I'm honest. The same way I find making Leon the proto-frame based on the Catholicism frame dateable and a hunk who is quote-unquote sexy. Not my word, someone else's. I find that disturbing, and I find that incongruent. There is a discrepancy here, and I don't feel good when I'm told to ignore it. Oh, just ignore it. Oh, no, but this and but that. No, it's bad. It's a bad decision. It's a very bad decision. Warframe went wide before it got deep enough. Warframe got way too wide before it got deep enough. There are too many holes. There are still important questions that have been answered that probably shouldn't have been answered. And there are questions that haven't been answered that we have no idea. Like, fuck, hey guys, by the way, you remember the Goosejack 3? What's going on with them? They were an interesting bunch. You guys don't fucking remember. You guys don't fucking remember the Goosejack 3. An interesting group of Grineer assassins who don't fucking exist anymore. One of my friends had a really good idea with the Kim system. We don't need to talk to proto-frames. We don't need them in the Kim system. You want to know who should be in the Kim system? Fucking Teshin. Teshin should be in the Kim system. Fucking the lady who runs the Red Veil should be in the Kim system. The fucking syndicates should be in the Kim system. Why are we writing new characters when we have plenty? Reb is far from perfect. Far from perfect. Points where she's like, I have said it so many times. I fucking love Rebecca. Rebecca is clearly happy. I am happy for her. She is living her best life. But holy shit, Rebecca, you need to calm down. You have deviated the story and the game beyond what it was too far, in my humble opinion. The cost of all this, guys, is that nothing matters anymore, and I'm really mad about it. Warframe used to feel fucking like it used to feel bigger, which is interesting, right? The stakes felt larger, things felt more important. But when you compare the quantity of things we have, narratively and otherwise, why does it feel so empty? I'm sorry, the writing that they put into the game does not equal the writing that they've put into the Codex or into the fucking Laverian. They can't write the quests as good as they write the Codex. I'm sorry, there's a huge discrepancy, and it's always fucking bothered me. Always fucking bothered me. Anyway, there's my fucking opinion. Shit doesn't fucking matter anymore, and it's a problem. Drifter needs to die. The Drifter was a fucking mistake. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't really enjoy playing as a prepubescent child for eternity. I don't really like it. When that came out, I was fucking 15. I didn't like that they made the operators a bunch of fucking teenagers, but I understand why they did it. I prefer, in my opinion, that they be adults, and mentally they are, but they aren't written like them. They aren't written like they take 1,000 lives a day. Have you noticed that, by the way? I've thought about what would happen if we just acknowledged for a little bit the fucking death that a Warframe brings. Hundreds of thousands of bodies. Literal oceans of blood by your hand. The operator should be fucking inconsolable. They should be so far beyond human mentally. The only way that they could deal with the horror, the true and objective horror that they have committed, would be to get straight-laced and, well, they are apathetic initially. Fucking sci-fi, you're not listening to me. Nothing about how the operator was ever written. Ever written. They were written apathetically because they weren't written good. They weren't written well. Back in 2015, I'm sorry, the dialogue just wasn't good. It really wasn't. I need you to think about for half a second. A mortal mind. They are numb to what they have caused. They fucking shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. They by no means should be. Oh yeah, no, we've killed hundreds of thousands, but we don't care anymore. I'm not picking up your book if that's in the summary, motherfucker. Your book sucks if that's in the summary and that's the premise. I'm sorry. But I'm really not. Your premise is fucking dog shit. If you write, oh yeah, this guild kills hundreds of thousands a year, multiple thousands a day, even tens of thousands a day. Oh yeah, we just don't care. We're just numb. Yeah, we don't think about it. What dog shit? Don't fucking excuse it. We have no, there is no reason it should be that poor when the stakes are this big. Again, I fucking beg you, think about it for half a second. Nowhere in the game is the bloodshed and the responsibility of piloting and being a Warframe, by the way, because that's what they thought they were for a bit. They thought they were Warframes. Nowhere, you're saying how it is? Sci-fi, I don't want to hear how it is. I know how it is. I'm talking about how it fucking should be. I'm just telling you how it is. I know how it is, sci-fi. I'm talking about how it fucking should be. You don't need to tell me how it is. I've been seeing how it is for fucking 12 years. Trust me, I'm well aware of how it is. Contribute to my conversation or be quiet. That's rude. Sci-fi, I know how it is. I don't need to know how it. I don't need you to tell me how it is. Expand the Dark Refractory? There's a good idea. We have the Dark Refractory now. Let's explore that. Oh wait, we can't. Because Digital Extremes is a Canadian company in the city, and they don't have the emotional or intellectual depth. That's wrong. They do not have the capacity to explore this story. You're getting a bit heated. I am not getting heated. I'm passionate. I'm getting passionate. Big difference. I'm sorry I yelled at you, sci-fi. However, I needed to make that clear to you. I don't need to know how it is. I'm literally living it. But nowhere, back to my original point, nowhere in this video game is the responsibility, by the way, responsibility, like the Warframes should be treated with a sense of responsibility. Where in this video game have you felt an inkling of that? Fucking nowhere. Guys, the violence has been infantilized. Oh, we don't care. Let's lock arms with Noko when you're rally and dance in a circle. That drives me fucking crazy. And they sit there and clap like, oh, it's so cute, it's so wonderful. I get that they're making a different video game now. I get that the stakes are different. I lament it. I hate it. Because the fucking potential was there. Before writing the writers off saying they can't do that, I'm saying they can't do that because, like, in terms of business, it just wouldn't be fucking smart. They really can't get that dark. I don't know if you've noticed, there's like a threshold they don't cross. Like, they gave, okay, so they gave a spoiler warning to the new war. I really don't think it needed one. And that kind of tells you, from my opinion, that's like, that tells you all you really need to know. I don't think they can. I'm sure there are writers at DE who are incredibly talented and capable. But when you consider the size of the game and the audience and the shareholders, there are things that just can't fly now. It's not private. It's public now. There are things I like about Duviri. I've said it before. I respect Digital Extremes for trying Duviri. I'm not writing the writers off, Masked. I'm writing the company off. Not because they are incapable, but because logistically there are limits. They can't really explore now. You can't write true trauma. You can't write truly fucked up shit because you have to put a spoiler warning on the new war. And again, I get that there are sensitive people, but like I played it and I saw that spoiler warning and I was ready to see some shit and I was thoroughly disappointed. It didn't really need it, in my opinion. I am a well-adjusted human, by the way. I'm well-adjusted. In the sense that, like, I don't need trigger warnings. But I expected them to raise the bar a little bit, you know? And yeah, like, Ballas said some fucked up shit. And if you were an abuse victim, you're gonna feel uncomfy hearing that. But, like, if that's too much, maybe you shouldn't be playing a really violent video game. That's my opinion. Again, that could come off as incredibly cruel, and you need to take the best interpretation of that. Like, take the best faith interpretation of what I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, Ballas said some fucking crazy shit. like some really fucked up shit to Lotus, and I can totally sympathize. Like if you were a victim to that kind of abuse, yeah, that's gonna be uncomfy to hear. But like, you should be an adult, like listening to that. It shouldn't. Okay, if you hear that and it like puts you out of commission for a day, I would be concerned for your overall well-being and question whether you should be indulging in that kind of thing. If you're already that bruised up, you know what I mean? And let me be very clear. This isn't a criticism for people being hurt. This is something different. This is a true and genuine, like, hey, are you sure this is a good idea for you? Should you really be indulging in this? Because on the selfish side of it now, I have to have less impactful writing now, which is less important overall for this conversation from an empathetic standpoint. But like, you know what I mean. Again, let me be very clear. When this entire time when you've heard me say things about hatred, I never said anything about any individual developer or person. You guys are listening to a guy who's been playing this game for 12 plus years being disappointed at, good word loading error, at the watering down of what could have been. But I do think Digital Extremes as a company, based on where they are and who is in it, I don't think they are the ones who should, like, okay, ask me to pick a group of people to write a traumatizing, meaningful, like a story full of suffering, like meaningful suffering, with deep characters that are rooted in philosophy, history, all the traditional writings that we've kind of gotten away from. I'm talking Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, you know, like archetypes based in either Christianity or other theologies. I don't think the people at DE are those people for the most part. Let it be clear that I'm not speaking on their skill. The Rhino Prime Codex entry is a fucking masterclass. Ready or Not covers this beautifully. Yeah, it does. But Warframe doesn't need to be Ready or Not. But like when you think about like, hey, this is a video game where you play as a hyper lethal killer who can kill thousands of people, living souls a day. And we dive into the mental and like the physiological, like, okay, the philosophical and the moral dilemma that is their entire fucking life and how they justify it. Doesn't that sound fucking interesting? Doesn't that sound neat? Like, tell me that doesn't sound neat as fuck. That sounds compelling. Warframe had all the room in the world for that. Originally, you would kill a few guys a mission because the encounters felt more impactful and meaningful. Then we got a horde shooter. Now we're killing thousands. But we didn't take the time to really think about the implications of that death and what Warframe, who is built to slaughter, could really mean. And that's the problem. So if it were up to me, if I had the budget, the skill set, and the facilities and time to make like an Astartes level production for a Warframe universe story, that's the shit I'm talking about. I'm going to make people uncomfortable. I will not be selling you fairies, sunshine, rainbows, and gay shit. We're talking about deep, scary shit. Because, by the way, Warframe is frightening. But we don't get to fucking feel that. We don't get to feel the horror that is Warframe. We only get to hear about it in passing. It's like, oh yeah, this is what happened. Oh, and this was really bad. People got turned into Warframes. Sacrifice did it fucking excellently. Nothing holds up to Sacrifice. Very little. Rel's story as a whole certainly does, but we don't get anything beyond that in game. We don't get enough. Right? Where's that line from? Loading error? I know I've heard that before. Oh, yeah, it's fucking Sans. Never mind. My goal would be to make... What are you doing? Fucking... L? Is, yeah, we are the horror, and I'm kind of fucking tired of it. I get that Warframe is a fun... It's a fun, brainless, turn your brain off and kill a bunch of shit. I understand. I know. We are well beyond this. We are well beyond what I want. But when you hear me spout my frustration, you need to understand where it's coming from. It's coming from this. The fact that there was room for a philosophical, emotional, and moral discussion, the likes of which would be incredibly challenging to tackle. Excuse me. Would be incredibly challenging to tackle. But, like, that's the point of writing a fictional story, isn't it? Like, what was that old fucking Star Trek, like, old TV... Okay, hey, thanks for stopping in, Sci-Fi. I'm sorry I got heated at you. You as well. What was the... Like, the old Star Trek show, they talked about the fucking android's name, Data, the robot, and if he has a soul or not. This is like, what, the fucking 60s, 70s? Fucking, this was a new conversation. That's a hard thing to write about. But the writers fucking went and did it. They went and talked about it. They didn't come to a conclusion. They opened up a discussion. A powerful one and a meaningful one. Warframe could have, I don't think they can anymore, could have done the same. They sparked an idea. And I think, personally, if we're lacking anything in media these days, it's shit like that. Let's start asking questions. The fucking Souls games, they present you with gray characters. There are definitely endings or characters that are better than others. Evil, good. It's a spectrum. But there is never really a clear and definitive correct or incorrect. I don't trust the folks at DE to handle a lot of writing, a lot of topics with that grace. I think some of them at DE would be the type to very quickly say things are wrong or right based on what their opinions are, which isn't your job as a writer if you're doing creative writing. At least in my opinion. If you're making something for the whole, your job is not to tell me what is right or wrong in your eyes. Your job is to open up discussions so people can make their own conclusions and maybe learn more about themselves. So they can learn more about other perspectives. Right? It's not to preach. And like I said, I don't think a lot of the people at Digital Extremes would be the kind to handle that very gracefully. And that's an assumption, by the way. That's an assumption on my part. Based on people that I've known. And things that I've seen and patterns that I've recognized in the current modern landscape, if we want to be nice about it. Understand that I'm not hassling. I'm not going after the people individually. Because that's not what this is really about. Fucking, what do you think? Comment below. It sucks because I'm just not even talking to anyone at this point. I'm just talking to myself, talking at you. which I apologize for because I'm kind of focused on playing the game. Ice of Fire, yeah. You guys know what I mean. That's where all my fucking frustration comes from. And Foley should be deleted. It really doesn't make coherent sense in the same universe as Nova. Nope, sorry, not Nova Umbral. Love that guy. As fucking Excalibur Umbra. It's dissonance, right? It's dissonance. I know some people are like, oh yeah, Urelia's like girl power, like rebellious, and I get that. It's a decent angle. But like, given that the world is what it is in Warframe, I'm like, is there really a room for that? It's kind of like having a character like, oh yeah, time to kill in a like a brutalist cyberpunk dystopia where everything is bad and shit. Like, are you that disconnected? Maybe you are. I don't know. Less emphasis on writing. Yeah, you get it masked up. Anyway, so let it be known very clearly that this isn't an attack or a direct criticism of the people at Digital Extremes themselves. Hold on, Foley could be good. Now listen to me. I don't know if you were here before. It's not about the gameplay. I don't care about the gameplay. I think Foley looks hideous. I think Foley doesn't hold up to the design philosophy that has been established and that has been most adhered to in Warframe. I think she looks fucking abhorrent. I don't like her theme. I'm particularly upset because I've always wanted a calligraphy frame, and she looks like that. I find her to be alarmingly discongruent or incongruent with Warframe's pre-established philosophy, design philosophy. It is grossly out of place in my eyes. And I will say that people are like, why do you hate Ureli? It has literally nothing to do with gameplay. It is purely the character and the implementation. Again, it's not the quest. I don't think we need a painted world in Warframe. I think we have enough bloat, honestly. And maybe I'm just being cold. Maybe I'm just being a little stubborn. I'm willing to concede that. But I don't think we need a painted world. I don't think we need a dark ink clown frame. Let me say it very clearly. If you like Foley, visually or otherwise, that's fine. I don't really... I'm not criticizing you for liking her. I'm telling you that I find her to be fucking hideous. And that she sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the other Warframes. And what Warframe's design philosophy used to be. If you look at the Tenogen, like, for Tenogen, they wrote a document on the design philosophies of the different factions, Tenno, Corpus, Grineer, and how to model and stay in line with those philosophies. And Foley, along with other Warframes, have completely deviated. They don't hold to their own standard anymore. So it's not about Foley's gameplay. I don't care about her gameplay, honestly, because we have 60 other fucking Warframes, and they all kind of do the same thing at this point. Foley looks disgusting. Her silhouette is clunky, and there are masses on her. It is not clean. She doesn't look nimble. She doesn't look like a ninja. She doesn't look agile. She doesn't look strong. She looks ugly. And masked up, that fucking power to you for that. For me, I've fallen in the Warframe I fell in love with years ago has no room for a design like that. I remember when Octavia came out, and I was like particularly upset or bothered by her design, because originally the Warframes were really good about having human forms. They looked like people could wear them. And I fell in love with this idea that the Warframes weren't these suits or weren't these like separate bodies. I fell in love with this idea that they were people. These were warriors, like true and genuine warriors who were amplified by the suit's ability, but not given power by it. So like they were completely capable of their weapon accuracy, their stability, their melee prowess, and their parkour on their own. Their suit just amplified their abilities, right? They looked like people. They had the silhouettes of humans. And then Octavia came out, I think this was after Second Dream. And that was, we don't need to go by that, we don't need to adhere to that anymore, because the Warframes are just bodies. They're just bodies to be piloted by the Tenno. And I found that to be bothersome. And now, like, even now, I'm like, okay, some Warframes don't have, like, they have, like, animal-like feet, or they have a few features that are scooped out or missing, and I'm willing to concede that, but as long as the overall whole was human, that was a very important distinction for me. I found that to be an empowering vision. I found that to be a meaningful, creative direction. Have a good day, Star. To me, that was empowering. That was like, wow, that speaks a lot about how strong and trained and, you know, like, how stoic the Tenno were, right? How practiced, how sound of mind, all this wonderful, like, you know, Bushido type shit. You know, super tryhard. I get it. People could easily call me a tryhard. I understand. I wish you wouldn't, because I think my opinions are more than that. But these are appealing. These are meaningful and appealing themes. These are important doctrines. And old Warframe was really good about adhering to that. Dante has a good aesthetic, but he's just too fucking overpowered for me. And I do miss when we were ninjas. I know that's really open-ended. And I don't hate Dante's overall look. I really don't. He does look a little off. It's the triangular geometry for me. He doesn't bother me visually as much, right? The last Warframe design that I really loved, like with all my heart, was Styanax. They did a really great job with Styanax, both in terms of his gameplay kit and his visual style. Styanax was the 50th Warframe, and he doesn't look out of place next to Excalibur. He looks just perfect next to Excalibur. It's a simple, like, if you squint your eyes, the shape language is simple. It's blocked out. It's not overly complicated, but when you open your eyes, you see the complexity in the folds, in the liquid metal, in the organic shapes. That's where the complexity comes out, and that's true for every Warframe. Excalibur, very simple, blocky overall design, and then the complexity in the organic folds and the organic shapes. Same with Ash and Rhino and Volt. Loki, they have these beautiful, intricate, organic carvings. That's where the complexity is. But when you squint your eyes, they block out really nicely, and their silhouettes are clear. You can tell who is who based on a shadow. Styanax fits perfectly next to all of those old frames, all those legacy frames. He is a perfect stand-in. He is fashioned after a warrior archetype. He is a hoplite or a Spartan. Excuse me, talking too much. His kit is incredibly powerful, but it isn't egregious. You can reach absurd levels of power if you know what you're doing, and that's always been my favorite thing. if you know what you're doing, you can get a great handle on him. You can take care of anything. That's like one of my favorite things. And when you compare Styanax to Foley, it's night and day. Why I find Foley's design to be a colossal failure. A huge mishandling. And I've said it earlier today in the stream, and I've said it before many times. I have praised Digital Extremes for doing weird and unconventional things. And yeah, Mask, that's exactly it. A return to form. And a really good one. They modern like it was a return to form, but it fit within the modern landscape. It was fucking excellent. It was perfectly done. But back to what I was saying is, I have praised Digital Extremes for doing the weird and unconventional things a lot. They have weird alternative helmets that no one fucking uses, by the way. Like Mirage's fucking... She has a fucking bizarre alternate helmet, one of the first. No one wears it because it's fucking ugly. But I've always said I appreciated Digital Extremes' willingness to do that shit. But Foley, to me, something... Maybe I'm being paranoid, but something in my gut tells me it's a deeper rooted issue. And her kit is... Not her kit. Her visual design is far too separate and far too separated. Egregious. Standing out like a sore thumb. She doesn't look like a warrior. I'm sorry, but in what universe... do they look like they don't look like a warrior. They look like a fat bitch who's riddled with SSRIs and fucking birth control. And that is a horrific thing for me to say. I understand that, and I'm probably gonna lose a few fans on that. However, the people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Yes. Noko did too. And Noko's animations were equally egregious. Foley looks miserable. Not just bad, she looks miserable. In my opinion. I feel like if you looked like Foley, you wouldn't be happy. Maybe that's projection on my part. I don't know. I'm willing to concede that I'm being an asshole. I'm willing to concede that. I'm willing to concede that my words are particularly cruel because something about her design just irks me in a way that's personal, right? I get it. If you want to devolve my opinion to something like that, fucking go for it. However, I do think there's something more to it. When you take what I've talked about today, from like the narrative mishandlings to the way that Warframe designs have changed, there is a something is wrong. Something is wrong, and Foley is one of them, you know, and like Foley is a product of that. I get if you want to have like a larger character, and like, by the way, Grendel is a little different. I was like, one of my friends was ripping on me. He's like, "Oh, you don't like her because she's fat and she's a woman." I said this earlier in the stream. Well, no, I don't like her because she's a terrible execution on a fat lady. She's a horrible execution on that. And it's like, "Oh, well, you like Grendel." I said, I appreciate where Grendel's coming from because he is based on something real. He's based on a martial practice, which is sumo wrestling, which is more than just being a fat piece of shit, by the way. I don't know if you've ever fucking seen a sumo wrestler. You don't want to fuck with them. And that's where the difference is between Foley, fucking Hildren, and Grendel. So no, it's more than that, actually. I despise Foley. Partly because, again, visually just design, it's just ugly. But also because I've always wanted a painter calligraphy frame, an ink frame. And this is what I got. I would have I much rather would have had a frame with like an exalted brush. Like, could you fucking imagine how cool that shit would be? An exalted brush, a damage support, an exalted calligraphy brush. Fucking think about it, chat. Fucking think about it. Yeah, she's fucking from Dead by Daylight. I don't know. I haven't played Dead by Daylight. Okay, so like I'm not repeating what some people are saying in chat because I understand that these are archetypes of real people who may well find this stream, and I want to be empathetic. However, just because like you are this way, or because like this is like what you are, I don't want to deal with that. I don't look at my fat self. By the way, I'm trying to lose weight. Fucking went to the gym today. I don't look at myself with my criticisms of myself and say, I want to be represented. I want this game to show me so I can feel strong in the video game. No, that's not how I operate. And that's not how most people operate. Most people don't do that. Yeah. And like, by the way, it's not a fucking hatred of people who look like that. But like, that's fucked up. For me, it's always been content of character. It's like, who the fuck am I to judge someone based on like how they look, right? Like, you can make readings and judgments, and like there is some amount of like story you could tell, but like you can't write someone off because of that. However, this is fucking Warframe. Like, the Warframe I was sold celebrated warriors, like fitness, right? It inspired me. And Foley, to me, is harmful. Because you don't have to better yourself. You don't have to improve yourself. You're perfect. See, we put you and your lovely image in the video game. I don't think that's good for you. And Jason, that's what I was fucking saying. I believe it is objectively not a good design. Big jump as an ability. Hell yeah. Right? And like I said, the parkour isn't like the parkour 2.0 isn't, it's not a disconnection from the original vision. Because like, who's to say, yeah, like super muscles, height and reflexes, all that shit, super soldier shit, I get it. But the core humanity was still there. The practice, you couldn't be a Warframe, you couldn't pilot a Warframe without that experience, without that knowledge. You still have to earn that. Right? So like, it's not a complete separation. I don't know. To me, Foley is like, it's harmful. It will hurt people. That sentiment hurts people. It keeps people sad and miserable. You've seen it time and time again. People don't like to talk about it, but it's true. People who look like that, who demand that video games look like, represent their image, they're not happy. Going to take 2 days for the helmet to digest? I don't really give a shit. Fucking, it can take time. I don't care. I have a job. Get some platinum if you're worried about it. You can farm it for like, you can farm it in an hour. I don't like time gates, to be fair. So like, that is annoying, but like, I got bigger problems now. If it's really an issue, farm some platinum. You'll get it soon. The helmet is an egregious addition to the game anyway. So yeah, that's where I stand. Oh, dear God. Yeah. Sure. Now that's a hot take. It's a reasonable one. Have you seen what happened to the game since the Helmuth? Shit went to, like, shit fucking broke. Shit fell apart, man. And now we have Warframes that are sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes designed with frames that are, with abilities that are just throwaway abilities. That's not good. That's, they try not to do that, and they don't always, but there are times when you look at a Warframe ability and it's like, this one was supposed to be Helmuthed off, wasn't it? And it makes development harder for them. I know, having spoken to Pablo immediately, like in person. By the way, going to TennoCon this year. Get your tickets tomorrow. I've spoken to Pablo directly. Any addition has to be considered through the Helmuth. Any Warf and anything, you have to consider the Helmuth. That's kind of a problem, isn't it? Hello? Oh, that's kind of a problem, isn't it? It wasn't a horrendous addition. It is an egregious one. Anyway, chat. I'm sorry for getting all hot and bothered. For lack of a better term. I love Warframe. I mourn Warframe now. That's where we're at. I mourn Warframe. There are things that should be that aren't, and there are things that are that shouldn't be. Yeah, and that's not how that should be, in my opinion, Masked. That's not how that should be. I started playing in 2014, dude. Early 2014. Like February 2014. I've been here a long time. A long time. I've been here a long time. I've seen a lot. And by the way, I was active for like 98% of that time. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. A lot. I think I have reason to be upset or reason to feel like something has been missed. Yeah, 2016. I mean, the further away that time gets, the closer it is. It all gets closer together. So, you're still here for the majority of it. Anyway, thanks for listening to my fucking TED Talk chat. Thanks for listening to Sajin crash out about fat characters in video games. That's really all it comes down to. Hey, I'm lazy too. I'm only LR3, and I'm not lazy. You just take your time, because mastery doesn't really mean anything until you hit 30. After 30, because when you hit 30, you can use Forma with no punishment, and that's all that really matters. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people would hear my arguments and just write me off as being toxic or mean or whatever, and like it's like that just totally disenfranchises all my points, you know? Like, wait, in this imaginary scenario, it's like, yeah, way to fucking shut down my argument and like kill the discussion because you're uncomfortable. Because I think I think a lot of those people who would make those arguments know it's true. They just don't want to admit it. But then, like, other people who actually disagree are like, no, I just don't agree. Oh, okay, that's reasonable. That's fine. You don't have to agree. Right? I'm not here to be agreed with. I'm here to make an opinion and see if others agree. But I'm not here to make anyone agree with me. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm overall pretty good about covering my ass, and like, because I can get heated in the moment, but like, I'm not. I can stop myself and be like, I can see this and this and that. Like, I'm pretty good about it. To be fair, I'm pretty good about covering my ass for people who are reasonable and like not ready to get angry, or because like if you're. I feel like if you're looking for a fight or looking to argue and you come to me, you're going to get one, right? Or like, but if you're assuming that I'm operating with the best of faith interpretation, then that's different. Because that's what I ask. Like, imagine, please, that I am operating with the best of intentions here. They're not always going to say the right thing. But that's why it's good to practice communication and be accurate with your words. It is. And I got angry there, but I was fucking... I'm on a roll. I was passionate. I had a point. And that's the worst part of it, right? Because, like, this imaginary scenarios, like, just shuts you down because you're wrong. It's like, no, I have a point, and I won't be gaslit out of it. I know I have a point. My opinion means something. I'm informed enough, and I've seen enough. Right? That's why I have the picture of the old weapons on the back there. Because, like, the old weapon design, it's just... Really, the weapons are just a bigger... It's just a bigger, more extreme version of the same issue we're talking about. Those are the Tenno weapons, by the way. They actually look like guns. Can you imagine that? They actually look like guns. And functioned like guns. Firearms and shit. And also, they just look so nice. You know, like... That art style is what drew me in. I don't know. It's getting late. I need to be to work tomorrow. I'm glad I streamed, though. Lets me fucking dissolve my thoughts and get them all in a nice little row. Holy... What a fucking shame. What a goddamn shame. Again, not about the gameplay. Which is what really matters the most, and I will admit that. If she plays good, then fucking whatever. Yeah, and that's true, but then again, like, fucking, I thought the same thing about Pokemon, and then Power World came out. And then they made the most Pokemon looking not Pokemon I've ever fucking seen. And then Stein X came out. I'm like, oh, perhaps there's more. You know? And that is true. There's 600 weapons, you're going to deviate. And I'm willing to give them room for that. I understand. But then again, maybe some of the weapons shouldn't exist. Maybe some things shouldn't exist. Maybe... I don't know. That's a really reductive way to think. I'll fucking kill myself. I fucking hate that bitch. Don't fucking manifest that into my life. But yeah, it's not about hating people who are heavy. 5 weapons you would get rid of design-wise. Base assist. Not because it's bad, it's just like, it's not a gun anymore. Stephalos. This thing just is shit. And also just doesn't look good. Alternox, again, not because it's bad, because you can do great things with the Alternox. It's just, like, what is this thing? I have the Prime and I didn't even fucking level it, I don't think. That's enough of the primaries. Let's go to the secondaries. Like, you'll realize that I consider practicality, which is really funny when you really think about it. Why is the compressor a bubble gun? Hi, meme machine. Why do they make the best primer of the game fuck something that shoots bubbles? That's when I get into my like fucking conspiracy brain. It's like, oh, they want me to use it. They hate me specifically because they want me to use the bubble gun. Oh, you want the good status priming? Use the fucking bubble gun, you little piece of shit. And then I get sad and angry and mad and like then I tell myself, oh, that's fucking ridiculous. Fuck, man. I mentioned 3 primaries. Let's talk about some fucking melee. Fucking Venato Prime. You're in Fortuna? I'm sorry to hear that. It's better now. It's better now. It's not that bad. I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't go away because I'm having trouble thinking of 5. I don't know. This isn't a gun, but it is sentient, and the sentient were weird from the start, so I'm willing to live with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just even song. You'll notice that I have skins that are better. Well, if I hate the skin enough, I'll just, or if I hate the weapon model enough, I'll just fucking change it to something that's preferable. Nagantaka doesn't look good. Also, like, yeah, primes have fallen off big time. I think Ember Prime is like the peak of what a prime Warframe glow up should look like. And then there's fucking Korra Prime, who looks ugly as sin. Just too much fucking gold. Can't do the Mars Junction? What's on the Mars Junction? Oh, wait, did you start like today? You started real soon if you're on the Mars Junction. Oh yeah, no. Off Metashita. Yeah, no, absolutely. 100%. Hey, me Machine, welcome to the game. I wish I could stay up and help you out, but I have to get up at 5 in the morning and it's 10. So I've already fucked myself. Started 1 day ago. Okay, so instead of me telling you what to do, I am a veteran. Very big veteran. I'm kind of a pro. No, let me think about what. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of advice. Cybertron or Lanka? Yeah, just put them together. I don't know. They are exactly the same model. But they're old, so I am biased towards that. And I will be honest about that. Me Machine, do your junctions. Do your quests. Your quests are unlocked in your junctions. If you don't know what to do, it's okay to look up how a build guide works or how mods work. There are many great things on damage, but really you don't need to know that much right now. Upgrade your mods, but don't go broke. Upgrade them to like maybe level 3. If you have a mod that ranks up 10 times, do not rank it up to 10. It's just not worth your fucking endo right now. Be very careful with your slots. If you still have your 50 platinum, please buy slots. The biggest problem with this game's early game right now that they haven't fixed is that they let you play and you're like, oh, you're having so much fun. Then you're going to build a Warframe and they say, oh, sorry, you're out of slots. And you're like, the fuck? And they tell you to use platinum. You don't have to use platinum. If you do, okay, I will say, if you are enjoying the game, it is okay to spend a little bit of money when you have a discount. You get a discount and you like the game, it's okay to spend a little bit. But look into trading. You can make plenty of platinum through trading. Never rush your crafts right now. Do not do that. What you want right now are slots, Orma, Orkin catalysts, and Orkin reactors. Okay? Those things are very, very important. Hope you're writing all this shit down. Do your junctions, learn how to trade. Don't trade on the Warframe market. Sorry, don't trade on the trade chat. You'll get scammed to hell and back. If you need help, please go to region chat. I would say choose a better server because region chat's full of fucking degenerate gooners. But there are, for all the Warframe community's faults, they are very willing to help. If you say, I'm brand new, I need help. If it doesn't happen the first time, it's like going fishing. Someone will bite and someone will help you. Knowing someone who's played a lot of Warframe is literally its own starter pack. So it's okay to ask for help because there is a lot of video game in this video game. And you're not going to get it all. Discord is helpful. Be careful with the public Discords. Try making friends if you can. My friend has played for 3 years. Okay, yeah, have him set you right. Machine, would you put your name in chat for me? I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Yeah, just throw your name in chat for me. I'll give you a little parting gift because I can't stay and help you. I need to be an adult.
Hi.
My kitties just showed up. Yeah, not your government name, your in-game name. type it as it is so I can copy paste it and have you pop up. And I'll help you out. I can't stay up and help you for much longer. Hi, Bubby. Send him Avara? God, no. I'm gonna send him slots. Slots and maybe a few Forma and maybe a few Catalysts. I beg of thee, you do it, Error. Do it yourself. Do it your goddamn self. Don't tell me to do it. Sajin, buy him a full Warframe. Shut up. Quiet. Yeah, I have to go over here in a bit too. Okay, so what these do, meme machine, is that, I don't know if they told you yet, a Forma installs a polarity. You're gifting me folly. Do that and I never talk to you again. What they do is, you'll notice your mods have symbols on them. If you put a card in the slot that has a matching symbol, it will cut the cost in half. Those Forma will cut. You have to install them on a Warframe and you have to re-level them. So keep note of what you're putting on there before it takes it all off and resets it, and you have to level it up again. But when you level it back up, you'll have a lot more space to make things more powerful. Let's send you a couple Warframe slot. This should get your feet off the ground. Oh. Did that work before? Oh. Hold on a minute. Oh, hold on. Hey, meme. I don't think it's showing up. You might need to go to your settings, in-game settings, and type in GIFs and make sure that they're enabled. Didn't catch. Yeah, it just kind of blew by my face, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so there's a few meme machines, but none of them are 607. So, meme, I need you to go into your settings and set that right. Make sure that you enable GIFs to be received. Yeah, my eyes are kind of glazing over here, masked. And meme machine, if you don't have the time, don't worry about it. If you're still here, just send me a friend request right here. My name's in the top left. Just go ahead and put that into the friend requests. You go to communication, friends, add friend, put my name up there. Dash, SajinKahn, dash, capital S, capital K. Yeah, thanks for listening, Mast. I feel like an asshole half the time talking about it, but have a good night, Error. Yeah, I don't know if you're still here, Meme Machine. I hope you are. I'd hate for you to feel disenfranchised. But yeah, worst case scenario, put my name up here, send me a friend request, and I'll gift it to you later, because I need to go to bed. And we will call it there for now, chat. There we go. Yeah, they probably dipped. Probably. The music playing? I hope it is. Actually, before you go, is the music playing? I need to make sure this whole thing is still functional.
No. How interesting. Should be pretty easy. Oh. 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 Okay, good. That freaked me out. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Thanks for the short stream. We'll have the easiest bad as usual. Have yourself a good night, and take care of yourselves until we meet again. Bye-bye. That should be better now. Let me make sure it's, Is it actually lowering? It isn't. God damn it, fucking OBS. Compressor to the mic. Output gain. Yo, maybe? Is that what does it? I forget. Threshold. Ah, it's threshold. There it is. It's fine. Mine's not that complicated. It's just like any other advanced software. You build up like a working machine in the software, and you just make sure it stays all together. And if you have a good enough wrap on it, it's not too bad. Is it the ratio? It is. I forget how compressors work. Oh. Yeah, it's hey, it's all technical shit. It's all technical shit. There we go. All right. Good night for real, chat.